about with renewed purpose and a determination to finish long-neglected projects. That afternoon, my list contained a dozen replacement armor scales, 2 matching brandy glasses, a trio of scale glass blades to fit carved handles, and 20 unification badges I would rather have smashed on the floor. Unification. I sneered as I laid everything out ready. It was a fine word for conquest. As I prepared to gather molten glass from the furnace, an arrival sent our bead curtain tinkling. "Good afternoon," a young man said, unclipping his veil and casting his gaze around the large, smoky space. "Good afternoon." Assistant Boro hurried forward, wiping his hands on his apron as Master Hoy always did. "What can we do for you?" "I'm hoping to leave a small pile of flyers on your counter in support of the vote." As he spoke, the man handed Boro a paper-wrapped sugar curl from a basket he carried. "Is there perhaps someone more senior I could speak to?" A glance back found Master Hoy in the middle of shaping a vase and shouting at Assistant Jewel, both dripping sweat. And poor Boro rolled his gaze my way. I strode over, but before I could speak, the young man thrust one of his sugar curls into my hand, a traditional memento curl of skulls and suns. "A memento festival token for next week's Memento Eve vote," he said, all bright cheerfulness. "Might I leave a small pile of flyers here for your customers?" I glanced down at the flyers, able to make out only 2 words at the top of the page: "Stronger Together." "I take it you're supporting the Conquer Us, Please, We Can't Take Care of Ourselves vote, then," I said, utterly failing at what Master Hoy called civil indifference. Likely the man had a ready response for most arguments, just not one so blunt. For a long moment he stared at me, and I stared back, sugar curl growing sticky in my warm hand. Behind him, the glass bead curtain tinkled again, heralding the arrival of 2 women, arm in arm, as they let down their veils. "Good afternoon," I said, grateful for the distraction. "Can I help you?" "We're looking for scale glass wedding bands," the younger said, a shy glance thrown at her companion. "I know scale is in short supply, but, well, we're asking around anyway." "Wedding bands?" I scoffed, the disgusted words escaping before I could swallow them. The women froze, a startled tableau of horror. With a hiss mimicking hot glass hitting water, Master Hoy stepped forward. "That's not apprentice Tesha's field of expertise," he said, patting my arm with one hand while wiping his damp brow with the other. "Best to speak to me about that. I'm Master Hoy, and you're right, scale is—" His words trailed off as he guided them to the other side of the entry space, away from the ever-present roar of the furnaces. Neither young woman glanced back to see my heated cheeks. "Oh, so you're that kind of Lear shopping, are you?" the man said, finding his voice again. "Traditional, against all change." "You say that like change is a neutral term," I snapped back. "Like taking up a new fashion is the same as giving up our ability to decide our own future, because that's what this is. A vote for unification is a vote for assimilation into the Amoran Empire. And a vote for separation is a vote to stay weak and risk further Lumont's attacks." "Bullshit." Master Hoy and the 2 women broke off their low-voiced conversation, all 3 turning to stare at us. Cheeks reddening for the second time, I leaned over the counter, bringing my fury face to face with the flyer man's. "Numatsa has never attacked us, and has no reason to now. But if you give Amora the power to make us in their image, there will be no Lear Shapa, and certainly no Memento Festival." I crushed the softening sugar curl in my fist, snapping its artistry like tiny bones. "The answer is no. You can't leave your flyers here." "And you think I'm the fearmonger?" the man scoffed, and in a flurry of skirts he spun away, pushing through the glass bead curtain and out into the bright heat before he'd even clipped his veil into place. "That went well." I turned to find Master Hoy watching, the 2 women having departed, leaving our entry empty.